Hi, I'm Brittany Harrison, broker associate with Shorewood Real Estate SoCo, and this week's Business Spotlight brings us to the southwest corner of the Ivywild neighborhood at the cross street of 8th and Cheyenne to a plant lover's paradise. We're at the Burrowing Owl.
The reason that we opened the Burrowing Owl is because we've been in the business for
It's forever.
forever. Tyler and I both have been like peddling meat and cheese and all that stuff in all the other restaurants that we've looked at. And so one day Tyler was like, let's open a vegan place, and that is how the Burrowing Owl came.
It was a tough decision when we became vegans to keep working there and keep that opportunity going, or to really align with principles and say, you know, I just can't serve people this stuff anymore, but I love this business. I want to be able to stay in this business. What's the next move? And so, yeah, Burrowing Owl.
The Burrowing Owl is all about social, sustainable community. This 100% vegan restaurant really does live its message of peace and love for all living things.
It was important for us to create the Burrowing Owl because I really started learning, some things about maybe myself or kind of natural law and how, things have the inalienable right to be born free into the world. And to have anything else would compromise that principle. And that's a huge principle. It might be the only principle I live my life by. Her stuff fits right into that. She's compassionate about animal welfare, fits right into that. And so it's super important to not feel like I'm compromising that, taking shortcuts on that, saying one thing but delivering something else. And so to be able to say, look, this is the deal. I believe all living beings have the inalienable right to be free into this world. I got to live that. I got to back that up 100%.
It may be a bar at its heart, but the Burrowing Owl is the perfect blend of fine dining, comfort food, and your uncle's basement, without having to worry about the heavy carbon footprint.
On the good life I might do never.
We really like dive bars. When we travel, we go to dive bars because you go to a dive bar, you talk to the bartenders, you get in with them, they tell you about all the cool spots, which never show up on like TripAdvisor or those types of things. So you get to know like what do the locals enjoy here? What do they really like? And so we like to do that. We like that experience. We also, working at like the Blue Star, Sugas, some of those places, we really do like kind of the cleanness of things, the presentation of things, and so how do we kind of combine those things into one thing? We were kind of shooting for Colorado classic, Colorado timeless, meets dad's cool 70s basement, meets, really delicious bar food that's not trying to do too much, hopefully. A price point that's well driven for the dive bar crowd, for the working class people. Those are just the things that we love, and we wanted to, again, kind of encompass all that, embrace all of that, be all of that.
All clientele, every single person, there's tattooed people like me, there's same-sex couples, there's a whole bunch of Acura guys that come in, there's some old ladies, there's people of color that come in that have just found veganism. I mean, it is literally across the board.
Deck of trick cards over everyone, like some precious only son.
So the fun stuff we have in front of us, this one is called the Fun Plate. It's brand new on the menu. It's kind of like our take on like a cheese charcuterie board. House pickled veg, those come in the Bloody Marys on the weekend. And then this one is our very first cocktail that came on the menu. This is the Mother. So I'm a whiskey girl, so we did whiskey, apple cider vinegar, and agave syrup. Put it on a big My favorite thing on the menu is the ranchos. So they're serious nachos, which is textured vegetable protein, seasoned with like taco seasonings and stuff like that. And then just the typical nacho fixings on top there. So fresh jalapenos, again, all organic, so they're gonna light you. They're delicious. And then we make our own ranch salad on the top. So lettuce, tomato, jalapenos, taco mix, cashew queso, and ranch on the top.
And then we just introduced the Prickly Walter, a tequila cactus juice cocktail that started on Monday, right here. And I'm loving it, man. It is. I could drink that every day.
When you dine at the Burrowing Owl, your dollar goes a long way. They donate monthly via their giving tree to various local nonprofits here in Colorado Springs. Some of these nonprofits include the Colorado Springs Bartender Guild, KRCC 91.5, a Colorado Public Radio affiliate, Rocky Mountain PBS, and One Dog at a Time, which is actually owned by the owner, Cody, here at the Burrowing Owl.
We have our new website, so www.burrowingowllounge.com. We're really big on Facebook and Instagram. And they can also just come by and see us, 1791 South 8th Street, Grand Beach.
Neighborhood bar, man. I mean, come on in and you sit at the bar, people are going to chat you up because we've chatted them up and they've chatted other people up, and now there's a little community of people who chat people up, so like you're never alone. It just has a really good neighborhood bar vibe. And then if you care to expand it a little more, you know, it has some vegan fare, or it's got a little patio, or it's got some seating or whatever. So
Yeah, we really tried to build a cool bar first and then just sneak in some vegan food. So luckily the vegan movement has happened, but the initial thing was we could just make a cool bar that people come to.
Thanks for joining me for another business highlight. I'm Brittany Harrison, broker associate with Shorewood Real Estate SoCo. If you're interested in these videos and want to find more fun and unique places in Colorado Springs, feel free to check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at brittanyharrison.cos or on my website, www.brittanyharrisoncos.com. Until next time, peace, love, and plants.